When I joined this sector back about 25 years ago, I remember going into parochial halls at 8 and 9 o'clock at night and being entered into leader facilitated community audits, and they were like a wish list for the Santee letter for all the parents of the parish in terms of what they, if money was no object, what they would want to have in their parish. That's been done away with because the leader staff simply don't have the resources or the budget to carry out those audits. And the best projects that we've ever financed over the last 2 decades on the island have been resultant from those local community audits, because it's what the people themselves knew that they need. And the point, and how I'm tying this into your own question, Deputy, is the fact that everybody's always looking for the European grants. Everybody wants to get their hands on free money, and that's fantastic if it, as Alan alluded earlier on, aligns with the actual needs of the local parish. I'm always thinking of Killinascully and the boys up at the bar, and they're saying, and Dan is going to get this grant, and the 2 boys say, this is great, Dan, but what are you going to get the grant for? And Dan's not fully sure what he's going to get the grant for, but he has only one purpose in getting that grant, and it's because if he gets the grant, the Bally boys won't get the grant, because if they did get the grant, they'd be looking down their nose, sneering at them for the rest of it. So there's a territorial competition here that people have to get their hands on money for any reason whatsoever, and we have to be very wary of 2 things. External agencies coming in and suggesting they have buckets of cash, and all you have to do is put in an application and get your hands on it. Why am I wary of that? Because normally that relates to coming back and not only getting bridging finance, but the matching term loan finance as well, for an organisation that didn't really want to or didn't need to take on that project. And therefore, our litmus test when we talk about community loans is, if this goes down the tubes during a financial recession or COVID, etc., and we have to shake the buckets at the crossroads, are people going to put the money in the buckets? And they'll only do that if it's really needed. And they'll only do it if it's needed, if it came from the people themselves saying, this is what we required. The other thing we have to be wary of is people with midlife legacy, crisis. They get out of bed some morning and they say that if I disappear off the face of this earth, who's going to remember me? And so they decide that they have to build a big white elephant in their name or their family's name, but nobody really wants it there at all. So it all comes back to the need for these community audits that were all over the place 25, 30 years ago. We need to do that again and start from scratch.